Hello and welcome back to my video series on Power BI Basics. Today we're going to be covering a stacked bar chart. If you haven't watched any of the previous videos in this series, I would encourage you to do that. Not to say that you won't get something out of this video, but they definitely build on top of each other. And in the video series, we're teaching you how to use Power BI from the ground up. And if you watch from start to finish, there's a lot of great content in there. Alright, so bar chart. So I am in the Microsoft Sales and Return Sample v 2019-12 file. If you Google this, it's available free on their GitHub. It'll come up and it's available for download. I'm using it just because it's a good starter data model. I've then gone ahead and I've added a new page by clicking this little plus button right here. And now I'm going to insert a visual. So I'm going to go over into this Insert tab, and I'm going to go New Visual, and then I'm going to set it to a stacked bar chart. And there's two different types of stacked bar. We've got a stacked bar here, we have a stacked bar chart here, a stacked column chart here, a 100%. These are percentage-based stacked bars, or 100% stacked column. So let's make one of each, and we're going to choose one each direction. So I just copied and pasted this visual. So far I haven't selected the visual type, so they're still not there. And I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, or actually I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here, right? And then I'm just going to copy this one more time, just so we can kind of see what these all look like. And I will go here. Right, and then finally here. And you also can make regular bar charts too, just with this, the clustered. Let's make a couple of those too, just so we can kind of see. And we'll drag in all of the same data into all these so you can kind of see the different comparisons. All right, so we have 6 possible bar charts. Let's start setting them up. So first of all, on my x-axis, I am going to use, I'm going to go back here. So I am going to go into my product and I'm going to bring in category. So there's my, and I'm going to bring category actually down to the legend. So there I've got category. I'm then going to bring my price into my x-axis. Right, so here we go. See, here we have our category. And then I am going to bring my product to my Y. So as what you can see here is you can see you have a legend and then they're stacked. And if I actually remove the product here, right, you can see how they're stacking based on their category. And let's just see if maybe we can bring in a calendar here. So if I go month, and there's going to be a filter on here, so let me go ahead and remove that. Right, so here's our data. As you can see, it's very repetitive. But here is a stacked bar chart. Let's see, maybe we can bring this in by week instead. Okay, it looks like the data is very similar. This is probably generated data from Microsoft. Okay, here we go. Here, I brought in segment. So here you can see, and I'll go ahead and I'll make this visual. Here you can see how these all split out. All right, so let's now do the exact same visual, but down below, let's flip it the other orientation. So one of the things I haven't shown you in my previous videos is how you can switch the visuals. So I'm actually going to copy this. I'm going to flip it. And look at that. So there it is, stacked, going up this way, right? And let's just do the same thing. So here I just copy and paste it. And let's go stacked this way. Right, so here it is at 100%. So you can start to see how these are looking, right, and kind of these different ways of making bar charts. All right, so let's copy this and let's go one more time. Column chart, right? Okay, here we go. And then finally, let's just do a clustered chart. So let's go over here and let's go clustered chart over here. So what you can see is this is all the same data, but with three different ways of looking at it, and three different ways that you're potentially going to be able to tell a slightly different story, depending on, what you're wanting to draw the user's attention to. So this is bar charts in Power BI. Let's look now at some of the formatting options. I'm going to focus in on the formatting options for just this price and segment, so this stacked bar right here. But for the most part, a lot of them are the same. So I'm going to pop open formatting. So first of all, you're going to have a title. So you can customize the title, right? So just got rid of that. If you want to put in a custom value, you can. If you want it to be a formatting option, you also could do that. Then you're going to have a legend, and you're going to have basically like a title for the legend, right? So you can turn that on and off, and there you can see it switching. And then you're going to have the actual like text, so like the font color of the legend, and then the position, right? So like if I wanted to move this on the right or right, center, left, you can go ahead and you can customize that way. All right. Grid lines, right now they're on. So the grid lines are these little dotted lines right here. So if we should turn these off, they'll go out if you look at that. And then a zoom slider, you can allow people to zoom in if you've got a lot of data. That's kind of what you would typically use this for. But yeah. And then we have our actual settings here, right? So we can change our data colors. So here's how you actually can do that. And then you can also do custom bar hierarchies. A couple other cool things to call out. So ribbons, so that's that formatting option right here, so where they're kind of stacked. And you can also actually set custom settings for ribbons for each and every single one of the columns or categories. We have options, titles, the values, right? So like how you want to format or display the values. So right now they're currently displaying in currency, but you could format that specifically. Totals labels, which will appear at the top of the bar. And then you can also add a reference line, which would be kind of a line that would go across. All right, so let's review kind of what we've covered. So we reviewed the stacked bar chart, we reviewed the clustered bar chart, and we reviewed the percentage or the 100% bar chart. We also looked at some of the formatting options. We didn't go into all of them, but hopefully we covered some of the big ones, and it gives you kind of a starting point to jump off of. Just as a reminder, if you can't find a formatting option, in particular some of the ones about color, just search in the top bar. It's going to make your life a lot easier. But yeah, other than that, I hope you found this video useful, informative, and if you're interested in learning more about Power BI, please subscribe. We're currently releasing a video tutorial on Power BI every single day. I think we're up over 3 hours worth of tutorials now, so there's a lot of content there, and I would be happy to have you along for the journey. Thanks.